Healing from narcissistic abuse oftentimes feels overwhelming. It feels like an unwinnable battle. And I think, one of the mistakes we make is keeping the focus on the narcissist. A lot of the content, including my own around narcissistic abuse recovery, focuses on the narcissist, focuses on trying to understand the narcissist. And there's value in that. It's certainly a fascinating exploration of consciousness gone wrong. But ultimately, healing from narcissistic abuse isn't about understanding the narcissist. It's about understanding ourselves. There's a pivot that occurs, in our healing process that goes from understanding what was done to us to understanding what it means for us. And oftentimes what it means is understanding the ways that the relationship with the narcissist has interrupted our relationship to self, has affected our unconscious kind of perception of reality, right? Has actually rewritten our internal experience. Narcissistic abuse amounts to interpersonal colonization, where the narcissist invades our internal life and does a lot of damage. And so the process of recovery isn't an external exploration, it's an internal exploration. It's an opportunity to begin to listen to ourselves with compassion, to detach ourselves from the internal mechanism of mind in a certain way and become the observer of our thoughts, right? Not the experiencer. When we get lost in the experience, we get lost in the abuse. When we can pull ourselves out and understand that a lot of the abuse conditions our mind for rumination, it conditions our mind for doubt, it conditions our mind for cruelty to ourselves, to take on the shame and guilt that the narcissist has displaced onto ourselves. And so as we quietly learn to observe ourselves, as we quietly learn to get to know ourselves, we can transform our internal relationship to self and we can truly begin to heal.